Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. Let's continue the JavaScript and CSS tips and tricks tutorial series. Now in this video tutorial, I will explain how to create a dependent cascading drop-down list using a dictionaries. So let's start the tutorial. And here we got the final output of our application. Notice creating a dependent cascading drop-down using dictionary in JavaScript. This is a select a country, select a state and select a city. I have used dictionaries to populate the data using JavaScript. So if you notice here, the state and city, they are empty drop down list. Now when I select the country, we got two countries I have added in the dictionary. If I select India, now notice here I got the India states, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Delhi. If I click Delhi and cities of the Delhi, we got Noida, New Delhi, Noida. Now again, if I select USA, here we got the states of USA, California, and the California city is Los Angeles. For this video tutorial, I am using Visual Studio Code. First, let's open our folder, which is the JavaScript tutorials. And here it is, our folder is added to the VS Explorer. Let me expand this folder. Now inside this folder, I will add one new HTML file called dropdown dependent dictionary.html, and here we got the newly created HTML file is open. Now let me minimize this Explorer as well as I'm closing this welcome page. Now let's write the coding part. Now first let's add the doc type. As usual, I'm adding the basic HTML elements we need to add here. HTML element, then I'm adding the header section. Below the header section, I'm adding the body tag. Now inside this body tag, I'm adding the center element, center h1, create a dependent cascading drop down using dictionaries. Using dictionary in JavaScript and CSS. After that, I am adding one horizontal line. After the horizontal line, I am creating the drop down list. So in HTML, when we want to create, we need to add the select option element. Select, inside this select, I am adding the option. This option is called select a country. Let's add this one, select a country. Now in the option, I'm adding value is equals to, this is empty and this is selected disable. So user can't select this option. Now after that, what I'll do is I'm adding ID of the selected country. ID is the country. Let's add the C country, and on change event, when a user clicks that select a country, particular country, I want to populate the second drop down list which displays populate all the states of the selected country. So let's add the populate states. And now what I'll do is let's populate states, select a country. Now we require some countries here. No countries, I'm adding option value is equals to USA and USA. And the second option is for India. I am adding India. This one India. This one also value. I am adding USA. Small letters. That's it. Now let's copy this one. We require the second drop down list. Here this one is a function, no JavaScript function. Instead of country, I am adding state. Here populate cities. If a user select any particular state, I want to populate the cities of the particular state. Particular state, cities is a JavaScript function name. Let's know this one is a select state, and states I want to populate dynamically. So I'm not adding here. The states we are populating from the dictionary. Then what else we have? We require the city. So ID I am adding city. Here populate, we don't require any on change event because this is the last drop down list, and this one is the selected city. That's it. We have done the coding designing part. Now we require the JavaScript functionality. So below the center tag I am declaring one variable states. Let's add the first script tag. It's a JavaScript variable states. I'm defining the states. Dictionary we need to add the curly brackets, and first one, this is the USA. The value we are selecting USA is New York, California. Let's add the Texas. That's it. I'm adding 3 states of the country USA, and the second one we require the India is equals to India colon. I'm creating a dictionary for the India is, let's add the Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Delhi. Let's add the Delhi. That's it. Now we require, after we got the states, we require the cities. So variable I am adding the cities. Cities is equals to, let's give some space so it looks clear now. Now if a user select New York, the state, I want to display the cities of the New York. So here I am adding New York, same exactly what we have written here. We need to write like that, New York, why is capital New York, colon, and New York City, and let's add the Buffalo. This is the default New York City, and this one is not defined in New York City. Let's add this one in the string. Okay, New York. Now the second one we don't require any double quotes. California, Los Angeles, San Francisco. So 2 states I'm adding it, 2 cities I'm adding here, and the third one is the Texas. This one, let's copy this one and paste here. Texas city is let's add the Houston, HOUSTN, Houston, and Dallas. After that we have India. Now Maharashtra. First copy this one, Maharashtra, colon. In Maharashtra we have Mumbai and Pune. Let's add Pune. Karnataka, we require the Karnataka. Bengaluru, and Mysore also. There are 2 city names I am adding. Just for the demo purpose, I am not adding much cities here. So Delhi, and the Delhi is New Delhi, and Noida is there. Noida. That's it. Now we got the states and cities. Now what else we have? If a user select, if a user select a particular state for particular country, I want to display the states. So let's define here variable country select. Variable country select. If a user select the country, document dot, I want to binding into a drop down list. So get element by ID is the select ID we have to add here. Select ID country. Then variable state select. State select is equals to document dot get element by ID. Let's add the state ID of this select element state. Then variable city select. City select is equals to document dot get element by ID. Here we have the city ID. Copy this one. These ones will populate into this drop down list, the selected country, selected state, and selected city. Now we need to populate the states. Populate the states. Function. This function we need to, this one, populate states. Copy this one. Populate states. First thing, we need to clear the drop down list of the states, because if you don't do it, if you don't clear the drop down list of the states or cities, it will replace the previous selected country names. So for that I have to clear first. So state select, this variable state select dot inner HTML is equals to the city names we displaying populated into this option value. So the element is the option here, value is empty. Here one important thing is we need to add double quotes. When we are adding single quotes, we need to add double quotes. Then select a state. Select a state. State. After that, I am closing the option element. Close the option tag. Then inner HTML again. City select select dot, this variable I am taking here, inner HTML is equals to, instead of writing the same thing, let's copy this one and paste here. I'm just changing city. Instead of state, I am adding city. That's it. Now we need to populate variable selector. I am declaring one variable selected country is equals to country select dot value. Country select dot value. This country select we are getting from here. Now here if selected country, if the selected country variable selected states, let's define one variable selected states. I am defining states is equals to the states we are getting from this variable of the selected country. So states, let's add the states and this variable I am adding here, selected country. Then selected states selected states dot for each loop I'm adding one function. I'm creating one function called state. Here I'm declaring one parameter state in this function. Variable option is equals to, I'm creating the element of the option to display, to populate the states in the second drop down list. So variable option now document dot create element option. The option I'm creating now, option dot value is equals to this state I'm adding here, state option dot text also I'm adding, which is the state. And what else we require? We need to append. Now let's append the option state and state select dot append child. What is the child here? Here is the option. That's it. This is the populate states. Now we require the populate cities function. Almost the logic is same what we have used here. Function states. Now we need to clear, like how we are clearing the data. We need to clear city select dot inner HTML is equals to, let's write the city select inner HTML. I'm adding here, copy this one, let's paste here. Here once again I'm telling, when we adding single quotes, we need to add the values, whatever the quote, double quotes, we need to add inside. If you add single quotes here, it does not work. Option. Now, this is a variable. We need to add the variable selected state. Selected state is equals to state select dot value. If selected state, in selected state is variable selected cities. Let's define one. Selected cities is equals to cities. What are the cities here? This variable. Just like how we added here states, here we are adding cities. In the cities we are getting selected state. Now add the cities to the drop down. For that we need to create for each loop, create element option selected cities dot for each loop function city. I'm defining one variable here, variable option document dot create element. What the element is? Option. I'm creating the element option, then option dot value. Here the value I'm adding here, instead of state, here I am adding city. Then this city is this variable. Then option dot text also we require. Text is equals to city. Now the last we need to add city select dot append child. I'm appending the child element. What is the child element here? Which is the option. That's it. Now we have to close this function. If function I have closed here, and this one for this one for each loop, and this one for the main function. That's it. We have done the JavaScript functionality, we need to add now the styles. So first let's add the style element. Inside the style element, first we need to add the body. I'm adding some styles to the background body. First let's add the margin 100 pixels. I want to display at the center of the browser, so padding left, I'm assuming 200 pixels is the center of the browser, and background color I'm adding background. Let's add multiple colors to the background, linear gradient to right. First I'm adding yellow, white and yellow. Then what we have, that's it. For the body I'm adding this much only, and we have the select option. So let's add the select. In the select, background color white, the drop down list background color white, and the color I'm adding, let's add the blue violet I'm adding. Font size is large, font weight is bold, and padding right 10 pixels, and what else we have, let's add height and width. Height is 50 pixels and width around 200 pixels. Let's add the 200 pixels. That's it. Background color is this, and text color is a blue violet. This is the height and weight of this select element, and inside the select element I have the options here. What we'll do is we'll add some border radius also. Border top right radius is 5 pixels, and border bottom left radius is 5 pixels. That's it. And option, I'm not adding anything in the option. So what I'll do is, let's save this file. We'll check the final output of our application. File, save. Now it's time to check the final output of our application. We got the JavaScript functionality, and here we got the select option elements, drop down lists, 1 for the country, 2nd for the state, and 3rd for the city. And here I have some styles to the elements, HTML elements. Let's save this file again, save. Now it's time to check the final output of our application. For that we need to open the file explorer. Let's open that one. The folder I have created in the E drive, the folder name is a JavaScript-tutorials, and the file name is, what is the file name here? Dropdown dependent dictionary. So let's add that one, dropdown dependent dictionary. This is the file. Let's open that one. And here we got the final output of our application. Notice here it's not in the center. Let's put this in the center. Let's add 180 will be the center. And what else we have? Text align will put in the center. So select text align center. That's it. Now let's save this file. I'm reloading the browser, and again we need to change this one. Instead of 180 to 150, let's save this file. Go to menu, file, save. Let's switch over to the browser. I'm reloading the browser, and here we got the final output of our application. Notice creating a dependent cascading dropdown using dictionary in JavaScript. This is a select a country, select a state, and select a city. I have used dictionaries to populate the data using JavaScript. So if you notice here, the state and city, they are empty drop down list. Now when I select the country, we got two countries I have added in the dictionary. If I select India, now notice here I got the India states, Maharashtra, Karnataka and Delhi. If I click Delhi and cities of the Delhi, we got Noida, New Delhi, Noida. Now again, if I select USA, here we got the states of USA, California, and the California city is Los Angeles and San Francisco. That's it. In this video tutorial, I have explained how to create a dependent cascading dropdown using a dictionary in JavaScript. Thanks for watching this video tutorial. Please subscribe, share and leave your valuable comment. We'll catch you in my next video tutorial.